You know that moment when you're out geocaching. You're climbing over rocks, digging through your pack, checking coordinates, and suddenly your phone is buried somewhere at the bottom of your bag. Or worse, it falls out of your pocket while you're searching for that tiny micro. Well, that's where Save the Girls comes in. Save the Girls designs stylish crossbody phone carriers that keep your phone secure, accessible, and hands-free. Perfect for geocaching adventures, hiking trails, traveling, or heading to your next geocaching event. No more digging through backpacks just to log your find. They're lightweight, practical, and come in tons of great styles and colors. So if you want to make your caching adventures easier and a little more stylish, head over to SaveTheGirls.com and use the code GTN15 to get 15% off your order. Save the Girls. And keep your phone safe while you go find your next geocache.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's show. Not that Jesse was just inhaling a slice of pizza. That was making me incredibly jealous.
Look, I got down to this far. I almost got it
close. You did good. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. You know that.
That's right.
You know that.
We'll go super, like, here you go, Jesse. You can finish it. I'm going to put right on John. There we go.
Okay. Hey, that's not fair that I have to watch Jesse finish that slice of pizza.
That's right.
This is like torture, Gary. Pure torture, my friend. I don't know what you're doing here.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing either.
Because like, where are you even, Gary? Can you disclose that?
Hotel again, and I don't think I have a really great connection. What's that?
Yeah. So where are you? Can you tell us?
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed.
Mysterious.
Ooh, okay.
No,
I'm curious.
I can disclose it. I went to 4 events yesterday in Arkansas, so I came to Arkansas. So.
Wow.
Did you volunteer to go to 4 events, or how did that work out?
Coercion, cajoling.
I love coercion. It works well.
It works well. Yeah. Got talked into. No, it was fine. It's that's pretty funny. The Marriott.
That's funny.
No, all right. Let's get the show going, and hopefully, as long as we got storms going on here in Arkansas. So if I leave, it's not because I want to leave. It's just because it's we're under tornado watch. So we'll see.
Oh wow! Yeah, I was going to say we got some high winds here too that I can hear. So if we both bump off, then Jesse has to debate himself, which I think would be the whole thing.
Jesse can debate himself easy.
He can argue with himself all day.
And I don't agree to disagree, so it's going to be a long debate. But it's also storming here too, so who knows what's going to happen tonight?
Yeah. Let's hope everything holds together.
That is like what are the odds? Like New York, Texas. Or Arkansas and Florida, storms all around. Crazy, man.
Absolutely.
Well, if we all lived in Texas, or if we all lived in Florida,
it'd be better. Exactly.
Don't be ridiculous. We're not going to all live in New York.
No,
but if we all live in these locations, we could just be inside one studio, and it'd be great.
That could be fun. That could be fun, man.
Oh, that'd be great to do that someday and have a full blown studio. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could go someplace and like rent one and just do one show from there. That'd be fun.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
I like it. I love the idea.
All right. Big thanks to our new patron. Remember we were talking about how we haven't any new patrons lately, and we actually have a returning patron.
Woohoo!
Finlay and his drudge.
Oh, nice.
Now the story about Finlay and his drudge is Finlay was his good puppy dog. And he was the drudge, which I guess in Scotland, is that a term you guys have ever heard of?
I have heard of the drudge before, but I don't know the context. Okay. But I watch a lot of Scottish TV, so that may be why.
Maybe, yeah. But so I think the drudge is sort of like the lackey, I guess.
Okay.
So beautiful dog, and he's like. He's the drudge, he's the human that has to take care of. It was a good puppy dog. Anyway, they're back. They live in Scotland. Great fans of the show. And then we have our featured patrons from states, provinces, and countries that start with the letter Q. And you're like, really? And yes. They are Melanie and Robert. And if you're wondering, there are provinces in Canada that start with Q, and also Australia.
No.
So
Okay.
there you go. You just don't think about it, but, like Q. Yeah, internationally,
Wow.
there's at least them. So thank you to all our patrons and our returning patrons for keeping all of our shows on the air. And
Absolutely.
absolutely. Well, let's get right into Twig. We got a lot to cover tonight, so I want to get really into the meat and bones of this thing here in a little bit. So let me start, because at the top of the show, we had a commercial, and I am thrilled to announce. We can hit the really important announcement. Let me get this right here. Let's get.
Oh, you
this
got it, Gary?
I'll do it.
Okay, go for it.
Our breaking news. Our breaking news for tonight is that we have a new affiliate for the Geocache Talk network, and this company is a company called Save the Girls, and we have the QR code on the screen if you want that, or you can go to their website, savethegirls.com, and we got with them, and their products are amazing. I know that Dawn has used their product, one of their purses, for a couple of years now, and she loves it. And she's like, let's talk to them and see if they'd be willing to be an affiliate. I'm like, yeah, we're small. We don't know if we want. I mean, they sell millions of stuff. And it's like, but we bold forward, like, hey, let's try to talk to them. And we were able to get with them, and they're like, we're like, well, we'd love to get like maybe a discount of some kind and on products. And they're like, I was like, but I don't think y'all do affiliate type programs. And they're like, oh yeah, we can do that for you guys. How about we do a code for you? What code do you want to use? I said, GTN 50, or they said, well, it's going to be 15%. We'll give all your everyone listening who uses the code 15% off their order. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, let's do a GTN 15. And they're like, yeah. And then we're like, well, but what if you're running like a sale? It's 20%. I mean, people won't want to use the code. Like, oh, we'll just bundle the two together. Like, oh my God, this is incredible. So, and then we started talking about, they were familiar with geocaching, and we said, but they weren't really familiar with trackables. And so we're like, well, people love trackables. And so we'll probably have to come up with a way to get trackables. We'll have to figure a way to get trackables added to these products. Maybe we can come up with something like, oh, we can do it for you. Just give us the trackable code, and we'll put it on the purse or the sling or the fanny pack. Jesse, fanny packs.
Obviously, always.
Yeah. Jesse's got a terrific fanny pack. Just saying.
Absolutely.
It's not bad. I would say it's trackable too, sort of.
Yeah, you shouldn't be modest about your fanny pack. I mean,
it's yours is trackable, so they have
it's
products
generated
like
a lot
that.
of finds. I mean, you should take pride in that fanny pack, Justin.
That's right. It's fanny pack pride, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And the other great thing, of course, is that 10% of all their profits that they ever get goes to breast cancer research. So, great cause.
That's pretty on brand for our show.
It is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I told them about Podcast to Hope, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is incredible!" So they do the 10%. They're going to do trackables and some other items. I was like, "Well, it's probably expensive to get that added on for a thing." Oh, $3. They'll take care of it. It's like, y'all are going to they're going to build in to a purse or a sling or whatever things you want to get, and they're going to add that on to the product for $3. And so, or if you don't have a trackable code, we'll provide the track. Well,
we'll figure that part out.
We'll buy the trackable code at
right
price. So we had to ask, okay, can we do this? So we talked to Annie Love at HQ. We said, here's what we want to do. We want this company to put trackables on their products. Is this like something that we're going to be allowed to do? And they're like, yep, we're good with it. Thumbs up. You get approval from HQ. We're good.
So Gary, you
oh my God,
mentioned
incredible.
purses.
So obviously more to come on this
too, right?
subject.
Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to talk over you there,
Yes.
Gary, but you said purses was all you mentioned.
No, you're good.
Don't they have bags and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Purses. Yes. Purses, bags, slings that you can put over your shoulder. They have these clip and goes, and especially good. We mentioned to the cruise folks because when you're in Europe or really anywhere internationally, or even in the U.S. sometimes, you kind of want to protect your phone, your valuables because of pickpockets. And so I know that a lot of women will wear their phone over their shoulder kind of thing. So, So we're looking forward to working more with them. More to come in the near future on that. They have crossbody phone holders.
Yeah.
So
it will be interesting to see what kind of products they have that are useful for geocachers. They have some already, but as they develop and build more things, it'll be interesting to see what all they come up with.
Absolutely. So good news. And we're very excited to have them on board. So RFID protected too. So if put your credit cards and all that inside there, and they're RFID protected, so people can't try to steal it that way. They also want us to help them to develop more. Yeah, like Don's saying, we can help develop products with them. Helps with the charities. We really want to help provide. They have another cross area, which is the men's side, ironically called Save the Jewels. They give 10% of their profits from that to prostate cancer research. So, but they want to get that going more. And so we got plenty of cachers that we can hit up for ideas. So really looking forward to that. Excited for the chance to help this company, but also it's big for us. We get a little bit of kickback on any products that you buy of them, and you use the GTN 15 code. And of course, that money goes to paying the bills. So we appreciate everybody to go out, get a product for your friend. If maybe it's not for you, maybe you want it for a friend, or you might want to buy one and put a trackable code on it and give it away at an event. If you have an event, you could. It's trackable. People love trackables. So
how can you not love trackables if you're a geocacher? Really?
Can you not? And I'll finish out my twig real quick.
Hold on, Gary. Before you finish, one last thing on this. I think with the product, I think the other interesting thing will be if people do get these products and use them for geocaching, we want to know about it.
Yes.
Let us know what you're using them for. If you find something on there that's useful, or if you find something that's not quite what a geocacher would need, send us an email and let us know, because they're interested in the geocaching market. So that could be a very cool, may work, may not, right? They may go, this is what it is. But I don't think that's what this company's doing. They're wanting to be innovative. They're already set up for a good charity that we already, we're already kind of tied into anyway.
Absolutely.
And I think the information sent back to them is going to be the most valuable interaction with a bigger company that's kind of interested in our market. So I think that'll be valuable. So if you get anything, if you're using anything, or if you already have some of them, let us know what's good and what's not, and we can forward that on to the company, and it'll be interesting to see where they go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to develop, they want to know. And to be honest, I don't think there's not a lot of products like that out in the world like this. You don't have a lot of what we would consider fashion companies that are tied into geocaching. And so
not yet.
Not yet. So this one's really wanting to dive in, and their products are great. The people that I know have tried Love them. So this is going to be great. So then my final part of Twig, I did get to do 4 events yesterday, which I think is kind of unusual because you really can't do like 4 events at a mega, and because of stacking rules. And so be interesting to see. I mean, if you've done 4 events before, obviously email us, send us an email. We'd love to hear. Maybe it's not that unusual. I don't know. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear what somebody's would.
And Gary, we get a comment in the chat room that says you need to be at more events.
I said 4 yesterday.
Gary, 4 is kind of your entryway into an event.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
but you got to do more. Just saying.
Got to do more. So, yeah, that was quite a few. It was a fun day, but it was like, oh, gotta go. Got another event to go to. Oh, gotta go. It's like, okay, let's get to the next one. All right.
You might as well. Yeah, there should be a special prize for that.
Send us an email.
Yeah.
Or a challenge for it. You can't challenge for that, I guess.
Not time-based challenge. You would have trouble with that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Like in one day. Yeah. But Project GC does keep up with that. If you go to your events tab in Project GC, it'll tell you how many you've done in one day before.
Okay, cool. Yeah. If somebody's done more, I'd love to hear that. And the story, send us an email, geocachetalk@gmail.com. So, and I think I'll turn it back over to you. Oh, and the shirts. Don't forget, we've got, we're starting to grow on the shirts. We're adding a lot more shirts to the site. And that is the Arted Crafted /collections/all/geocache-talk, or you can go to just artedcrafted.com, go up to the search, put in Geocache Talk, and you'll find it. But my new favorite is out there, and I just laugh when I hear it because I just think it's so funny, which is that Sasquatch loves earth caches. I'm like, what? Sasquatch loves earth caches? So it's a cool shirt.
Well, what did you think, Gary? You think Sasquatches are going to love webcams? Come on.
No.
And it's definitely not reverse Waragos. So,
so
that's a shame. That's a real shame.
But apparently they love earth caches, and they do it without leaving a trace. So there you go. So that's fun. All right, over to you guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll take it because Jesse has the most epic one. So I'll go with mine. Right. So big shout out to Jim and Lee. They hosted an awesome event yesterday at a restaurant for Pi Day, and it's a good venue for like a get together for Pi Day. When you walk up and it says world famous pies right on the sign, you're in the right place, the right group. There was like a huge crowd. I think it was like 30 to 40 people, geocachers wise, and it was so cool because I walked in, right. And in the morning, and I won't get too much into this multi just yet, but the Knights Templar multi, I was taking a look at in the morning, and I was like, oh snap, who's the last finder on that? I was like TWH Rider, and I was like, I got to talk to her about this one. And sure enough, went to the venue, sat down right beside her. Awesome conversation. Found out a lot about Knights Templar, that multi cache, and it was awesome. I wanted to give a shout out too to Steelers Rule for some really cool swag on that one, including for ASP Geobash, because I'm really excited to check out ASP Geobash this year. But a lot of cool stuff on that too. But finds guys, for me, I did a little bit of freestyling with some traditionals over the weekend. So just a few that I don't know about you. Sometimes I'm out and I'm like, I don't want to go like full blown planning for the weekend. I just want to go kind of like free, see how things work out. And I found some really cool traditionals on that one. And I did get a couple of mysteries. So at least I got the souvenir for Pi Day. So that was cool. Big thank you to Static Bird 11 for hiding that one. So that was really cool. But on the hiding side, I'm still working on my Operation Worldwide Cache Hide. I'm getting that up and running still. So that's going to turn out to be really cool. But on the hiding side too, like, I don't know about you guys for like Florida and Texas, but like up here in kind of the north, like once kind of like you get past that snowy part and it gets into April, it's kind of like prime like cache maintenance season, where a lot of cachers will just like hit the trails, go out, start doing maintenance on that one. So I'm like getting like all my spare like swapping like caches out like ready to go. So I'm doing that, and I got to give a big shout out to B&J Bish. They sent me something that was incredible, guys. And I know I've talked about this for a few weeks now, and I was like, I got to have this so I can show this on here.
Cool.
Let me see if it comes through. It's Kraft Mac and Cheese Limited Pizza Edition on here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How incredible is this, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. So
Sadly, I would probably try that though. I mean,
how can you not try that? You know, how can you not?
That's wild.
I know. So I'm excited. But anyway, let's hear about your twig, Jesse. I know you got like a lot of amazing things.
So yeah, now that we're past the snowy part and getting into April.
Right. Now that you're into your winter friendly caching season down there.
So as last week was, I'm still waiting to publish my 500th cache challenge. It's my 500th cache we're going to publish, and it's also a challenge related to 500. I've talked about it before, but I can't publish that one yet because I still haven't published number 499, which I've been working on for a month, which is an earth cache in Aruba. So I'm just going to move on to the next thing.
How'd you mess that thing up?
So I'm going to say that there's a language barrier there, but we're trying. And in all fairness, he's not just like go away. He's giving more suggestions to fix it and update it and everything else. And in fairness to me, this one is a little more complicated than my normal ones. So normally I focus on one little topic. This is kind of a combination of two topics, but it's a really unique location. So I want to try to get it done exactly as I'm trying to get it done. So hopefully it'll come out before too long and I can publish that 500. So I haven't really been caching a bunch. So Saturday morning I was, cause I've been focusing on that and trying to get that done and get some other, I have some other caches kind of built up in the queue for what I want to publish, but I don't want to publish any of those until this one's done. So that's been my main focus lately. And so Saturday morning I was kind of moaning and being grumbly and I was like, I need to go caching, but I hadn't planned anything out. I didn't really want to go freestyling. So Christy jumps on the phone and she's like, hey, did you know that there's an FTF on an earth cache out? I was like, no, I did not know that. So she goes, yeah, check it out. Well, it was an hour and a half away.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get it. Yeah. So we're digging into it a little bit further. And I dig in and I'm zooming in and zooming in and zooming in. There's two in the same location, both FTF.
Oh, damn.
And I look and it was actually published on the 8th. So it'd been out for like 4 days. I was like, what are the odds of that? I was like, but it's like 90 minutes away, right? Like nobody's gotten it lately, but there must be a reason why nobody's gotten it in 4 days. And people are all going to be out because of Pi Day. I'd have to drive 90 miles to get to it or 90 minutes to get to it. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, leave. Go. She's like, just go. Get in the car right now. And I was like, okay, I'm getting up. She's like, no, go. I don't want to hear you complain later. Go. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go. So I jump in the car, I jump in the Jeep, and I'm heading out that way. And it's 90 minutes, but I just got a brand new audiobook, so I wouldn't even care. I did not put Cachely on my screen, so I didn't have to worry about, traditional. I didn't have to see him as I was driving by it. Like I didn't put it on CarPlay or anything. I just went straight there with a book going. So I pull in, and another car pulls in. This is a cemetery. I'm always, and I've talked about this online on the show before. I don't like caching in cemeteries. I don't, because there's people there. They're doing their thing there, like with their family members or whatever else. And
right.
So usually, if I pull into a cemetery and there's somebody there, I'll leave, or I'll pull over and I'll wait until they're totally done, and I don't think I'm interfering with them at all. I don't want to be like wandering around. Right. And I don't find physical caches in cemeteries hardly ever. I just don't. It's just my personal preference. I'm not bagging on them or anything. It's just my personal preference. Nobody else's. This is an earth cache, so I thought it's going to be looking at gravestones, and you're going to be looking at weathering or whatever else. So I'll just go ahead and do it. I'll pull over. So there was somebody right down the road, and I was like, I'm going to pull over. I don't want to get too close to them. And he was kind of hanging out in his car. I was kind of hanging out in mine. I was like, I'm looking, I'm watching him. He has his phone out. Well, eventually I get out and walk over to mine. Eventually he goes out and walks to the other one. So, because there was two and you could see each other, right? So, and then he walks back to his car and he parked a row over and I parked up. So I walk over and I'm like, I'm like, what are you doing? He gets out, and it was for Hammocks, who actually listens to this show. So he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, hey," I recognize the name immediately as soon as he said it or whatever. So we're sitting there, and as we do, another car pulls in. Now, these things have been out here for 4 days, and nobody's touched them. Another car pulls in and pulls right in front of the other one that we just walked away from. So of course, obviously me being me, I walked over. I was like, I noticed a lot of people coming out to the graveyard today. A lot of people seem interested in this. What's going on? But they knew immediately. They were like, "Oh, I wonder what you're doing out here." I'm like, "Yeah, so whatever." So they had all gone out there too for the first to find. So we all kind of just split first to find. I don't care about them really that much. I like to race for them, but I don't like keep up with them, and I don't even always necessarily put it in my log, like with the little bracket so you can get up. Because I don't. It's just not a stat I track. Now, if HQ updates their things where it's a real stat, then I'll do something different with it. I'll be racing out before then. But right now, it's just an imaginary stat. So we kind of got co-FTFs, 3 of us on one, and we're sitting there and we're talking, and we talked a bunch about the cruise, and like Cache Fest came up and all this other stuff, and several of the people are trying to go to Cache Fest and everything. So it's all cool. So we talked for a while, and it was basically an event. There was 4 cachers out there because there's 2 in one car, 1 in one car, and me. So we basically had a little mini event, and we just had fun hanging out, talking about all kinds of stuff. And one of the other cachers was a teacher, and we talked about a bunch of stuff. And so we talked for quite a while, and then finally, it was time to go because they were going to a bunch more events. They were going to Pi Day events, and I was like, okay, this was fun. We got to go. We talked about a bunch of stuff, and luckily, I had one of my books, so I was able to give it to somebody because they were talking about trying to use AI and trying to get some Earth caches published and doing all this other stuff. And how do you do research? I was like, oh, hold on. I got something for you. So we had it was like a fun event that just happened impromptu, and they were super friendly people or whatever. And one guy said he was going to an event. The 2 people that were there, they weren't a couple, but they were a couple of people in one car. Right. They were going to some other caches and then to an event and trying to get their 14 for the day. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to head back home. I'm not going to the event. I've already been out for a long time, kind of hanging out. I'm going to head back. I've got like an hour and a half drive. I was like, I kind of talked about how I'm on this thing where I'm only doing, virtual type caches for the year so far. I'm like, I'm not signing any physical logs. They're like, oh, cool. You're getting some on the way home. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go get 2 virtuals on the way home. And, this is over an hour and a half span on the way home. And just 2 that I hadn't picked up before. They were like, which ones are you going to get? The first one belonged to the first guy I was talking to.
Oh, no way.
Belonged to the girl that was there.
Oh, funny.
Hour and a half. First of all, we all 4 showed up 4 days late racing for an FTF.
4 days late.
Oh, yeah. There he is right there. 4 Hammocks. And then the other one was, it's their virtuals. The 2 people that were there. What is the weird coincidence that makes that happen in the world, right?
Like, what are the odds if Chrissy did not kick you out of the house at that time?
She would have let me just laze around. I never would have met up with them.
That's right.
That was the universe telling you had to go caching right there.
Yeah. And I could care less about the FTFs. They're cool, but they're fun to race for, but I don't really, and that's not the part I care about. The part I care about is meeting somebody randomly, and they're super cool people, right? It just cachers that you just get to meet randomly like that. And we probably talked 30 minutes easy, just standing there in a graveyard. That seems kind of creepy, but anyway, it was daytime, so it's all right. But that's the kind of stuff that you just love about geocaching. And so I got 2 Earth caches, then I got 2 virtuals, then I ended up getting another random Earth cache. Well, it's not random, it just happened to be on the way. And I ignored everything else so I could just get on my trip. And then because it's Pi Day, and I have my own personal challenge of not signing any physical logs right now, I was like, well, how am I going to get the souvenir? So I came home, got on the computer, and checked. There was a challenge that I recently qualified for that I signed a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
There's a loophole. So I checked with the creator of my challenge, me, and he said it was okay. He said, I checked with me, and me said okay. And he said that still counts. You have not signed a physical log, and you still got your souvenir, so move on. So that was my caching week.
Oh, you. That is awesome. That is
I was very
incredible.
generous with my challenge, so it works out. But just what a weird day, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the odds of something like that happening. But in any other hobby or activity, it might not happen. In geocaching, that happens.
Yeah.
Like, we actually do run into people, and I've met several of my like years long friends in geocaching from just a random encounter at a cache. And I just you can't beat that. So that's none of the other stuff matters. That was my cool twig for the week. I really enjoyed that chance random meetup encounter with just nice people.
That is awesome, man.
That is awesome. John, how was your twig week?
Oh man, I covered my twig, Gary. I don't know if you zoned out, man, but I covered my twig, and
Did you?
yeah, Jesse's twig was way better than mine.
It was interesting.
But I mean, I still had like an incredible event. With people like
with TWH Rider. Sorry.
Yeah, TWH Rider, Jim and Lee, Steelers Rule, man. Finding some Static Bird 11 caches for Pi Day.
B&J Bish got you that. That's cool.
Yeah, B&J Bish got. I mean, just this amazing. Like,
zone out for a minute.
Yeah,
But,
no,
let's talk
it's all
about
good, Gary. I know you probably had event overdose, so it's okay.
Overdose with that, but also I'm overdosed on multi caches. So we got to get into this because I was going back through the notes, going, "Oh my god!" So listen, we got to get into this. Now this is part one this week, or you could call it stage one.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Stage one.
I like that.
So this week, stage one is available. So everybody's good so far. We're all good on the multi-cache. So good. We'll go stage two in the future. Stage one. So I want to start by saying that Facebook is a mess, which we all agree.
I love Facebook, guys. I don't know about you.
The trolls come out, and it was funny reading the usual Facebook rants, which was hysterical, because we're talking about multi-caches or whether we think they're good or bad or whatever. And it's funny because, but the posts are like, most of them aren't even talking about multi-caches. It was like, so they start posting, somebody goes, I love multi-caches. They're great. You guys are bad. The dish on multi-caches. The next comment it'll be like, let me tell you how bad earth caches are. And you're like, wait a minute, we're not talking about earth caches.
We opened up a door on that one somehow, we really
somehow
did.
People just want to, rag on. And then let me tell you about my trackable that is lost in the world. I can't believe that. It's like, oh my God, it's like, let's just randomly do anyway. All right, I'm enough of that. So,
no, Gary, that's not trolls. That's passion. That's passion for the game.
Absolutely.
We've talked about it before. No matter what aspect, and you can dig deep into the stats of geocaching, right? Like in Project GC and all these other things. The most obscure stats you can find, there's somebody that is very passionate about it.
Like, yes, absolutely.
Just like that's their hill, right? They're going to die on that hill.
Well, and I love those honest conversations people have, I mean, even in here for the start of the show, Nell's bloody cool. Okay. He says, I would say adventures are the worst cache type, but they are not real geocaches, and he's okay to say that,
Yeah, absolutely. That's your opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are the future of geocaching, but that's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And all of us have sort of different, and we're going to see that tonight as we talk about this, and then on stage two or however many stages this crazy thing has. And so I'm going to be, people will know I'm sort of a mixed bag. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Lost and Found 28 wanted to remind everyone that she loves multi-caches. All of hers have been epic, and she's had, and so we'll see what it was. We'll see what you guys think of yours. So I want to start and mention a couple that I found that were epic, and see if you guys think they're epic, and then we'll go through and we'll kind of go back and forth. I'll just mention a couple, and then let you guys do a couple, and we'll just kind of go around the room tonight. So the two that I want to mention off the bat are the one that really came to mind when we were stopped to think about this. I thought, oh my gosh, this multicache was unbelievable. And this was, I'll make a very long story short. I think all of our multicache stories will probably be long, but we got to stage one, my little Motley Caching crew group. We start looking, we kind of spread out. We do the usual. Okay, who's a GZ? And let's zone in. I'm standing in front of this telephone pole, and I'm like, guys, and we're like, and I'm bad about, okay, time of death. Let's move on. And I was like, no, let's give it a little more time. So I'm staring at this telephone pole, and it's got stuff that had been on it before. I'm like, I think maybe the stage was here, and it's now been like torn down or gone. It was here at one point because there's this fishing line that was on the pole, and then I started looking at the fishing line. There was 2 lines, and I was like, wait a minute. These fishing lines have knots in them. I was like, wait. 3 knots, okay. Oh, wait. The cords for north and west were on those 2 fishing lines. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's genius. So that was stage 1, and sure enough, it was just a 2-stage. In fact, all multicaches should be only 2-stage, should be required by GC. But okay, maybe not. But anyway, I thought that is a genius redirector to have. You didn't have to have anything big there, but the fishing line was just enough to give the cords, right? I thought that was just incredible genius on the person's part for doing that. The other one that's very similar to that I want to mention, which is security camera. So we get to the spot, we're looking, it's like, nothing here. It's a little awkward because the security camera standing right there staring at us. And then I don't think I saw it initially because I'm not the greatest. I suck at geocaching, but I think somebody said, wait a minute, look at that security camera again. I was like, okay, wait a minute, it's blinking. Oh no, somebody write it down. The security camera was blinking the code, the numbers out, the numbers for the next coordinate. I thought, genius. So I got a couple more in the show notes that will be in the show notes in case anybody wants a couple that Don Lost and Found 28, our production manager, wanted me to bring up. And I think you guys said, and Jesse, I think you're the one that mentioned this, was that I think you've done one of them, but tell me if you guys think this is a genius multicache, which is 1 stage in the US and 1 stage overseas. And I'll read you the note on what they wrote. So they say on one of the caches that's in there, it says, go to the posted coordinates for this cache and write down the coordinates you find at GZ. Those are the final for the cache in Adelaide. And I'm like, oh, that's in Australia. Post a note on that page telling cachers there that you have their final and would like to swap coordinates with them for the final in Texas. I thought, that's genius.
See, which one was that?
It's GC. It's where the heck is Hutto, Texas. By the way, their mascot is the hippo, which would be perfect. Where the heck is Hutto, Texas? The Hutto Hippos. Mm-hmm. It's GCA H T as in Tom, P as in Paul, P as in Paul. And it's a D5, but it's only a T2, train 2. But I think it's a bi-continent, 2-country buddy multicache. One's in Texas, the other's in Australia.
So I'll give you my opinion on that.
Ooh.
Before I give you my opinion, I'm going to say that I love creativity in geocaching, and if that's what you like, you do what you like. I've done a couple of those, but they're not for me. And I don't actually claim the one that's in the other country because I don't want a cache. I don't want it to mess up my map.
Right.
Now, other people can do them other ways, and I have zero problem with that.
Yeah.
I think you play the game and do your stats how you want to do them 100%. I don't care what you do. Don't care what I do, right? Like, just play and have fun.
Yeah.
However, I think that's a neat concept. I'll put it that way. Teamwork is great. I think it's a neat concept. I wouldn't want to claim an Australia cache until I've been there, but I think the cooperation, the coordination is neat in the fact that you might get to reach out to and communicate with cachers in another country.
Yeah.
That part is cool.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. That's where I'll leave it.
Because there is something to that, though, Jesse. I think people don't realize that, yes, if you do this full multi-cache, it gives you the Australia souvenir. And you're like, to me, I'm like you. It's like, that's kind of awkward to get another country that way.
So that's the ones I don't really like. The ones I've done that I do like, there's a multi-cache here. There's a multi-cache in another country. You do your first stage in your country. You communicate with somebody for the second stage in their country. They give you the final in your country, and y'all do the reverse. So
Right.
your stage 1 is in the U.S., stage 2 is in Australia. The final is in the U.S., where you can claim it and actually go and sign it and claim it yourself. That's the ones I prefer. I'm not bagging on that one because I think be creative, do whatever you want to do, right? But
Yeah.
Sure.
I would rather have it to where I get to communicate with somebody somewhere else and I can physically sign the log myself. So that would be my preference. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean I think they're the devil and you should outlaw them. I think play how you want to play, and I'll play this way. That's how I want to play.
Well, I got to ask Gary. So you put those out, Gary, and in the
Yes.
context of the show title, it sounds like you're saying multis aren't so bad, right?
Am I saying that?
I mean, you just gave a few examples of some really cool multis that you did.
Yeah, I think I'll withhold my final comment on multis until later. But I am giving you a couple that are epic, and then some of the ones that Dawn mentioned she loves. There's another one she did that's great. It's called the International Cache. It's a twin project. 379 favorite points on this cache. It's in California. But it's similar because you go through the process, and then the other cacher is the other stage I think is in Czechia. So I don't know. My thoughts on it are sort of mixed on that one, but
I think that's okay. Mixed thoughts are okay for something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could mention a good one, but I
Yes.
won't.
But you're not.
I'm not going to. What I am going to do when it becomes my turn is I'm going to go through my 8 reasons why they're the worst cache.
Yes.
So
All right. You have
Number one.
you have John go next.
I'm going to go, and then we'll pass it to John. I'll just do one at a time, and then I'll
let's
finish
do it.
up.
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1, there's too many points of failure. So this could apply to other cache types as well. But so often we go out and there's missing signs. There's damage, like night caches are fall into this category too, because I kind of consider those multis most of the time. There's a missing fire tack. The coordinates are missing part of it.
Yeah.
It's not complete. And that happens very often with multis, to me, more than any other cache type. So that's number 1. And it kind of number 2 is a tile for that, then I'll pass it off. Because I'm going to do all of them.
Well, I want to come to a point though, because multi versus mystery. Okay. So how do we distinguish a multi versus mystery? Are you saying like a multi, you're going to a place and there's something physical there that
I'll give you my difference in it.
Okay.
If you can do the work in the field at each stage, generally that's a multi. Now there's some extreme examples that are not true. Puzzles, in my opinion, even if they're multi-stage just the same, if you have to leave and go do something else and go home and figure it out, other than the extreme ones, there's one, I know some that are extreme, but kind of puzzles that multi-stages, you're going to do something else. Multis should, in general, be able to be completed in a sequence like that. Like there's physical stages. They can be virtual stages too, but I think that's where I divide it in my mind. Now, that means nothing. That's just my opinion, right? I think, and just like amateur geocaching just said right there. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Mysteries are forever the junk drawer. Yeah. So it's hard to define mysteries, right? They can be anything. They can be VR caches. They can be anything. Multis, when I'm thinking of multis, physical or non-physical stages, at least 2, if not more, stages go to them. And I think that's where the breakdown comes so often. And I'll get into why later, but I think reason number 2 that's tied into almost the same thing, and I'll pass it to you, is the reliance on public infrastructure. So to get around the physical stages, a lot of times people use virtual stages along the way, like go to this pole and get this number. The problem with that is when you base it on park signs or trail markers or whatever, those things change.
Yes.
And the second they change, the cache is dead.
It's broken.
So maintenance can be great. You could go out there once every week, which nobody does. You could go out there once every week. When they change it, it's dead for a week. And people, if they're new to the game or if that's their introduction, terrible plan, right? Like it's just a bad representation in my opinion. But virtual or physical stages, the stages break down a lot and you can't finish. And I'll pass it off to you. If you want to give a good one after that, I'll pass it off to you.
Nice.
So, I got to respond to that one because it's one of those things. I like data, right? And I took a look at data thinking like, okay, by cache type. So by cache type, what are the ones that people are reporting problems with? And for me, when I'm thinking about people reporting problems, I'm thinking people are putting that owner attention requested. Back in the day, needs maintenance, like et cetera, but owner attention requested. So, I went through and I actually took a look at all 3.4, just kind of like rough data, 3.4 million. And it was interesting because if you look at the owner attention requested, 8.2% of all active caches have that, owner attention requested attribute. So that's crazy. That's like 1 out of 12, man, right?
Yeah.
But the question is, where do multis actually fit in here? And, sadly enough, the one that's actually the top one percentage-wise is actually webcams. And this is crazy. I think there's only 176 webcams in the world. 24 of those have the owner attention requested attribute.
Oh my.
So
those are a dead type. So you can't compare those. That's not fair.
Okay.
Comparison.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on from these.
Okay. What you got?
So on that's webcams. We know that.
One second, John. 1 second. Yeah. I just want to mention too, because we have new people that come on. If you make a comment in the chat room, we put a little star by it, and we're going to do all those at the end of the show each week. So keep those coming. Love the interactions that are going on in the chat room. I'm trying to keep up and make some comments as well, but I just want to let you guys know that we haven't forgotten about you. We see them. And we appreciate all the comments. Please give them, and we're highlighting some of them. So back to you, John.
Yeah. So other than webcams,
back to telling us how they suck. Go ahead.
Well, no. So I'm saying on here, actually, traditionals are the ones that out of the 2.4 million traditionals in the world, over 230,000 of them have owner attention requested attribute, meaning somebody said, "Hey, there's a problem with this one." So that's actually higher than multis. That's
what percentage is that?
9.3% out there.
So let me go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's actually 1 out of 11. So as much as we're saying like multi-caches have issues out there that people are reporting, we're saying traditionals have more issues.
There's some fault in your logic, and I got to point it out. I'm sorry.
Okay, put it out there.
I know you're a stats guy. 1, new players only can go after traditional usually until they become premium. 2, nobody goes after multis, so that's why they don't have any needs maintenance on them. Nobody cares. They don't go after them enough to do it. Everybody goes after traditionals because that's 90% of the caches out there. So they should have a higher rating. Multis, there's tons around me. I don't know if they're there or not because I'm not going to get them. So I couldn't put needs maintenance on it. They are sought less. So I'd say that it's shocking that they have 8.5% because nobody's actually finding them. So that means they're really not there.
Well, that's the thing. I think for a lot of people, and I had somebody explain it to me this one, because when I started as a first cache hider and I put multis out there, people coming through town, my multis were being found less than others. But on that one, I think for a lot of people, it's just like they have suspicious around the quality, even if
Wow.
there's no owner attention requested attribute. So I'll give you that. But I think too, for the time, and people sometimes aren't sure how much time is required to do a multi,
That's a whole other, we haven't even gotten into that part yet, because that's a whole other thing that's
it's like where I go, right, Jesse?
Oh,
what?
If you're going to have, at least tell you how many stages it should be, because we've debated that before, and Jesse and I did one. Oh my God, we did one. It was like 7 stages of a where I go, and we were like, if they would have told us, we could at least sort of be prepared for this. If you're going to put out a where I go that's more than 2 stages, or a multi-cache,
100% agree.
that's more than 2 stages, just tell me. Just let me know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Just say 8 stages, but they don't. And oh my gosh.
Well, and that's the thing, though. I think that screws people because, and I don't know. I mean, like where I go multi-cache. I mean, we probably have already gotten into one where we've started to do one, and we're like, I don't have time to do this. If I knew up front how much time it would take, maybe then I would have chosen differently.
That's just common courtesy and decency. If you're putting out a cache, now if you want to say you don't want to give away the mystery. Cool. Yeah. Say this is going to take more than 30 minutes, or this is going to take more than an hour, or this is going to take a considerable amount of time. Okay, you don't have to give away the mystery or whatever. You don't want to say how many stages there are. I get that. But give somebody an indicator, right? Because you get out there and you're like, I have a lunch break. I have an hour.
Right.
No, this is 18 stages under every lamppost in Walmart. I don't want to do that. Let's come up with something better for that.
Well, I got a combo on that one, right? Because it's like aligned with that. When people put the difficulty way too low on a multi, because if it's one of those things like somebody says like, okay, this is a 1.5 difficulty multi, but you're going to have to travel 10 miles and spend like the better part of a day doing it. Is that really a 1 difficulty?
Well, not only that, it's like number 5 on my list. Oh. Player uncertainty falls into this, right? Frustration.
Yeah.
With a traditional cache, if it's not there, it's not there. If you miss a stage of a multi and it's an unknown amount of stages, did you miss a stage? Did you make a mistake in your previous one? You don't know because it's an unknown. It's like that movie. What was the movie in the 80s? The Never Ending Story. That's what it is. You just don't know. And nobody's coming to help you. Is there anybody even that's now you have to look and go, oh, is this a zombie cache? I need to know. Is it still going to be there? Are the people just lying about actually finding this? Did anybody actually find it in the last year? Because I have straight up seen like stage 2 of a multi-cache that's just like a redirector, and people are signing that joker. They're like, I'm not doing anymore. This is enough, and just sign it and leave. So
you know what? I got to admit though, after you said never ending story, now I'm going to have to look up and see if there's a never ending story multi that's out there.
It seems like there has to be. There's got to be.
There should be.
If you're not, you're really missing out, right? Like you've missed a good opportunity if you haven't done that.
So Jesse, I've got to tell you real quick. There's a few people they're commenting that maybe it's that you're getting old and that your skills in geocaching have fallen over the years. So
that's possible.
Lost Found 28 says working through multi-stage is a great way to strengthen your geocaching skills.
I would counter and say these are the same people that complain about a micro in the woods.
That's true.
Get your skills up. I can find a micro in the woods. I don't need it to be a big, huge bread box size thing.
Right.
So,
okay, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of good banter going on. Just saying. We got a lot of comments we have to get to later too. There's a lot of good start comments. Okay, go ahead. Jim.
All right. If y'all run out of good multi-caches, I can keep going. You probably have.
That's not true.
Oh, do y'all have any more? Do you have good ones actually?
Oh, come on. Talk about a good one, Jesse. Talk about a good one. Say something good about
I'll talk about a good one. Number 3, maintenance is often neglected.
Yeah.
So this is actually another one on my list. Why they suck. I don't have another good one. So,
well, I gotta go next then because I got plenty of good ones. Go ahead, Jesse.
I'll just say the maintenance. Number 3 is just the maintenance. People don't do their maintenance. They don't do their maintenance on regular caches. But that creates less of a problem than I've spent 3 hours. I'm on stage 5. I get to stage 6 and it's not maintained. It's gone. I've invested a lot of time and I may have been having fun, but that really ruins the day, right? Like Now, obviously, I know there's some good cachers out there that maintain their caches, but we know that's not the rule, right? That's a lot of people don't maintain their caches, and there's a lot more investment to get into a cache with a multi than if it's stage 5 and it's the log is now wet and you can't read the redirector to the next thing. That is so frustrating. Yeah. That is so. Are you ever going to come back to that? I'm probably not. So that was just a big fat DNF, and now I got to write a mean note. So that's no good.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I mean, if there's like a call to action, if somebody's going to do a multi like that, maintain it and actually post like a maintenance log on there. Don't just like check it and for yourself be like, oh, it's cool. I checked it. I don't need to let anybody know.
Yeah.
Because you bring up a great point. People are going to invest a significant amount of time, especially if it's a unique one, especially if it's like high DT. So, on that one, like owners have to take care of those, and I would also kind of extend it a little bit and saying like people have to put attributes to let people know what to expect on that one too.
And also, I have to say, I know we've talked about this before, but it's a pet peeve of mine. Do your owner maintenance, then put it on the cache. Stop leaving that little red monkey wrench on there for 8 years. Why is that so hard? I just don't understand. Like if you fixed it, mark that you fixed it.
And let's do our PSA on that one, because I think a lot of people may not know on that one. Like if you go and you see that wrench, the owner attention requested attribute, that doesn't clear when people have like found that and saying like, hey, I found this, you have to do that owner maintenance log to clear that. Okay. So if you're a cache owner and if you're going out there and somebody's reported an issue, do that maintenance log that clears that attribute, because I think there's too many out there in the world where people have taken care of it, but just haven't taken that necessary step.
Yeah, very true. Let's go back to whatever these
good ones. Whatever. I got a good one, Jess. John, can I go ahead and give you another one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This one, when I see that they're going to be out there, I immediately put it on our list for our Motley Caching crew, because this next cache I'm going to tell you about is one that, and again, we could argue whether this is a multi-cache. And in fact, I asked you guys, and you're like, yeah, but I love, and I don't know if everybody can get these approved, but we've had a few in Texas, and they're genius if you have a group. They're like a great teamwork, doesn't have a teamwork attribute, but they're fun as a team. So I have one in the show notes, so later on people can look at this, but I just want to talk about them for now. It's basically the name of this one is, it's a musical cache. Happy birthday to me, musical cache. And the idea is you go to this parking lot with like 15 LPCs. If you find the kid, Jesse's shaking his head, because for our audio listeners, he's just shaking his head. If you find it, which you will at some point, you then move it. So it's not in the same place every time. You put it in a different, put a different LPC. So you can either do it as a group together, or everybody gets out of the car and they all race to a different location, hoping to find it before the other person finds it. And it's just a guessing game. It's like, it's having like 15, where's the coin kind of thing. And it's not really, and I guess, everybody can debate this later, not tonight. We're going to do it maybe in stage 2 or stage 3 of this thing, but you can, or stage 4, or stage. Okay, you get the idea. But it's kind of fun, because then you're like, you go there, it's random, but if you find it, then you sort of hold it up and go, yep, see, you guys don't know how to geocache.
So it's a moving cache.
It's a moving cache, which I guess some people get permission to do.
I doubt that, but okay, cool.
It does. I've got one like that.
You've got one that moves.
It moves. Well, it's like it's in this parking lot, but you don't know where it's in the parking lot.
Is it a Buc-ee's parking lot? Just for clarification.
No, it's in a park. It's in a park.
Okay.
I didn't think that was even allowed. I think that's a neat idea. I would call that a mystery, unknown cache. Really,
yeah, it probably fits. You're right, Jesse. It probably fits because there's not multiple stages. There's just multiple waypoints.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
All right.
Now,
There's another.
that's actually a pretty neat concept. I would call that a mystery or a puzzle or unknown or whatever, but I like that. That's actually interesting.
Another great multi. Let's move on.
So not a multi and sounds okay and illegal, but I like it.
That's great.
Well, and I mean, and that really sounds like more of a patience cache, to be honest.
Love it.
On that
Now,
one.
What I would like to see is every one of those has a container in it, but only one of them is the cache.
Oh,
That would be fun.
A lot of red herrings.
So that could be a lot of fun because it's just not. It just makes it more difficult. But I think that's fun. I like that. If we called that,
Oh, Jesse, you hit your button, man.
I got it.
Okay.
You love multi caches. Okay, go ahead, John.
Oh yeah, I found tons of them too.
Oh, man.
Keep going. What's something else, John, for yours? Because I know Jesse has more hate to spew out in a minute.
One thing, and I'm just going to go on this a little bit on this one. As much as we say multi-caches, are kind of like not so interesting, on here.
Mhm.
It's interesting when you look at the whole world out there, and then take a look at within the United States, and I found it interesting when you look at the favorite points on that. And it's interesting when you go to like 400 favorite points, right? And you say like, okay, how many multis in the world have 400 favorite points? There's actually 469 of those. But the interesting thing is there's only 10 of those in the United States.
Wow.
So, on that one, it was really interesting when I started to take a look through, and I'm just like, are we bad at making like awesome multis in the United States here? Because, when you get up to like 700 favorite points, there's actually 189 multis out there, and actually only 4 of those are in the United States.
Wow.
But when you actually get up to 1,000 favorite points, which is an incredibly impressive number of favorite points for a cache, right? There's actually only 1 of those in the United States, and there's 106 multis out there. So,
and here's the thing.
Yeah,
I'll give a prize. I don't know what the prize is yet because this is impromptu, but I will send you a prize if somebody can tell me what that is. Put it in the chat room and see who puts it out first.
So you're asking Gary, what is that one multi in the United States that has 1,000 favorite points or more?
And is it in Seattle?
Well, let's see. We'll see what we'll give people a chance. And so there's always a little bit of delay. So we're going to let people guess at the greater than 1,000 favorite points in the U.S. that's a multi-cache. And I'll write it down. I'll get with them later and I will send them a prize wherever they are in the world. I'll send it to them. So we'll just give them a minute. The interesting thing is that not Stone Mountain. That's a good answer. I've done Stone Mountain. In fact, I'm wearing the shirt. Let's see if my actual thing would work for 1 second.
So Gary, I'm going to ask you a question. I don't want to ruin anything.
I'm wearing my Stone Mountain shirt, by the way.
This one with over 1,000 points.
Yes.
Would you say it's a good example of a multi-cache?
No.
Okay. Then I think this proves my point more than yours.
Necropolis is a good guess, but no, incorrect.
I'm going to say it probably only has it because of either age or location.
Tony had a good guess. Central Park Arches and
yeah.
That's a great one.
Central Park is the second most favorite in the United States.
Yes, we have an answer. Soccer Kicks got it.
Oh man,
Tombstone,
congratulations.
We have an answer. Yes, correct. So Tombstone, the interesting thing about Tombstone is that it's not really a multi anymore.
Oh.
Don't want to share that too loudly, but it's not a multi anymore. It's a one-stage multi.
So you're telling me the most favorited multi in the United States is not even a real multi?
Technically, if you want to go by the rules of the thing,
You mean like technically having more than one stage?
the thing, it has multiple stages, so it's still a multi, but you are given the answers on the web page for the multiple stages, so you don't really have to worry about those. But they are still
So stage
multiple.
1 is going to the website, and then
It's still-
stage 2 is
Yeah.
finding it.
So
It's still a multi-cache.
this explains my problem with this cache type. So you're telling me I've got a
found
great
it.
friend that comes to America and he's like, I'm from Germany. I love multi-caches. Let me show you the favorite one we have in the US. And I go and show him this one. Is he going to be like, America sucks, I'm leaving? Or is he going to be like, oh, I'm impressed. That's pretty awesome.
It's the second oldest. The first one's the one at Stone Mountain, which is really great. It's fun. You get to see a lot of Stone Mountain to do that, and I was able to do that one. It's a very fun. It's the oldest multi-cache. It's an enjoyable experience. So that one's great. The one in Texas is a multi-cache, but you get a little bit of help with the other stages because those stages are gone, so it's no big deal. So Jesse's correct. It's a little bit of a technically.
Our best one in the country is terrible. You prove
No, that's the one of the most favorite points, not the best.
obviously
one.
that's the best one then. If it's got the most favorite points, it's got to be the best one.
Oh my
because-
God. Oh well, I guess.
Man.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I hear
Yeah, I love that y'all are giving good ones and it's selling my side of the story.
Jeez.
I love that. That's awesome.
And what is your side of the story, Jesse? What is it?
Multi suck.
Wait, he's got another one.
Okay, you mean to narrow that down further? Because I
Wait,
can.
how many of your 75 stages do we have, or 75 reasons have we done?
Oh no. Let's see. Number six, we already kind of talked about. Low visit rate equals slow problem detection. Well, if they're not going very often, they're not going to get needs maintenance on it very often, so they're going to have less than other ones, right? You're not going to know. So a lot of the times, and we know many people do not know needs maintenance when a cache needs it. They just leave.
Yeah.
So imagine how many of those are out there that people have been to and they haven't done it, right?
Well, and I'd say for the hiders out there, I mean, it's like, or the finders, I mean, like if you're out there on a multi, report it, describe those issues, out there, describe what those are, because again, I think you bring up a great point. I'll give you credit, Jesse, a little bit. Multis can be a big time commitment. And if people have heads up what they're getting into, what kind of pain, maybe that helps.
So
All right.
we'll do a real test right now. This is a live test I did not prepare y'all for. Check your geocaching stats and see where multis rank in your, the main 9
yes.
caches.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
If they don't rank in the top 3 or 4 even, I win.
Yes. While we're doing that, somebody has mentioned a couple times about Necropolis. So while I'm looking this up, Jesse, I've got another point for you, my friend.
Okay.
Necropolis used to be a 10-stage multi.
Uh-huh.
9 of the stages are sort of discombobulated, or they're kind of there, but they're kind of not.
Yeah.
And so they have shortened it to, here's the last stage, and here you walk around the side of this building. You've never done Necropolis, have you, Jesse? It's a great final location. It's up on the side of you go down this hill, and the Necropolis. Again, this is done by Richard Garriott, our good friend who was on Podcast of Hope. He's the astronaut that he's been to the North Pole, South Pole, the International Space Station, and to the Marianas Trench. So maybe one of the only people in the world who will ever probably do this, right? Don't you think that he is probably the only person who may ever get to do this? I mean, that's a cool stat.
Oh,
absolutely.
I mean, you can't use him as an example, right?
No,
his awesome cache is a freak cache. That's not normal. That's like using what's your other favorite one? The one we went to down in Oklahoma.
Oh, Infernal Device.
Yeah, you can't use as an example of that cache type. That's
I mean, all caches are like Infernal Device 2.0, right?
Oh, of course they are, right? You can't use the one example. We're talking about overall, right? Like, and first of all, that one actually sounds like a traditional anyway, because if you get the final from the beginning, that's traditional. But I would say that like you can't use the main like one. There's just one awesome one, but all the rest 999,000 of them suck. I wouldn't use that as an argument for me personally, and I know there are a few cool ones out there. What I would contend is that out of all the main 9 cache types, and I don't even count like webcams because they're dead, right? They're dying. And if we want to talk about really sucky caches, we'll talk about webcams because those things are terrible and everybody knows it. They only get them because they're rare. But I've said that before. Multis in the U.S., and I'll even say just in the U.S., because we're more like numbers people. Mm-hmm. So people want to get 10 as opposed to 10 stages of 1. We don't have a lot of people that put out a lot of awesome multis. So it kind of brings that average down a little bit.
Right.
That's kind of what my argument would be on all those.
So are you making the call to action for people to hide awesome multis?
Yes, to archive all of them is what I'm saying. No, like always, my call to action would be if you're going to do something, do it good, right? Yeah. And I think people tend to not do those good on average. Now, there's your bounces and, your people. EJK PBR is a good one, right? He's a good example. He puts out good caches. He just happened to pop up. That's why I'm using his name. If he puts out a multi, it's probably great. Yeah. And a lot of our people that listen to the show, when they put out one, it's probably great. But that's the exception. That's like the
Scouter. There's a good example. There's a great example of somebody who's put out epic multi-caches. We've talked about it. It's fourth most for him, and I'd be curious to know if his hides. I wonder how many multi-caches. Let us know how many. Tony, let us know how many let us know how many multis because he has epic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to Tony. Tony has incredible hides, and
Tony has incredible stuff.
I know. I was very fortunate to visit Tony and like to see some of his hides in person. Mm-hmm. And I mean, yeah, just incredible. Hats off to him.
So I have actually been to Vermont, and I have actually found a multi in Vermont, and it is one of the top multis in the country. So that one's one of those rare exclusions, but it's so rare. It's more rare to find an awesome multi than it is an awesome anything else, in my opinion.
Man, it's all. I mean, I'm top 7. It's top 7 for me. Let's move on. So let's talk about amateurs. Stop it. Yeah, just try to.
I was going to say mine are my top 11.
Top 11.
I thought I was lame.
Is it behind webcams for you?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. I'll tell you that much.
Top 3 for Buzz. That's pretty good.
Oh, look at that. 269 of them. No, thank you.
Dang.
I'll never reach 269.
Well, here's the percentage too. We'll talk about that next time. We're running out of because we gotta get to everybody's with the other ones too. So.
Okay, we gotta get the comments because we can. We'll do like multis do. We'll just disappoint them in for stage 2.
So Soccer Kick says it's 8 for her. 8, yeah, 8 for her.
Proving my point. Thank you.
And you're gonna big shout out from Tony to get you to come back to Vermont. So
I need to come back to Vermont. Absolutely. We only got to spend like 2 hours in Vermont when we were there. We drove through and stuff like that. So I definitely want to go back.
E.G. Keepier. He says he likes multis. Notice he didn't. He just was going to say, I like my multis. Okay. All right.
Well, his are probably good. I've done one of his. He's got a Where I Go geo art with like a bunch of different terrain and difficulties, and they're legit. And it is awesome. He did an awesome series of them. He's moved since then, so I don't know if he still has those, but they were awesome. But so I believe if he says he has good multis, I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
Wow. 17 of 75.
17 of hers. Yeah, of the 75 of Tony. Sorry, 70 of his 75. Angel Bandit says, Evolution of the Rest Stop. I guess that is. I don't remember that being a multi.
I've done that one. But I did it when it was much older, so it wasn't as shiny and new as the original one.
Yeah. Good deal.
Yeah. And I found a picture of last time Jesse was in Vermont too. Let me bring this one up.
Yeah, bring that up. Here. There it is. Yeah. Wow.
Jesse, you were in the Green Mountain State. I remember
that's out of control.
Big head Jesse right there.
I think it was so long ago I didn't even have a beard the last time I was in Vermont. So
something tells me you were probably born with a full beard. Just saying.
I think he was. All right, John. So stage one's about over, but stick with us. We're not done. We haven't completed stage one, but John, you want to go through and bring up? We got a lot of starred comments.
Yeah,
we want to talk.
We got a
we
lot
want
of
to
great
talk
comments. And again, Tony says, hello from Vermont, Multi's rule. So, just
Yeah.
saying.
I
Tony
know.
keeps on putting that out there. And amateur gadget caches, he says Adventure Labs and multi caches are two sides of the same wrong amount of effort for a fine coin.
Oh, that is interesting. I like that. That's a good way to put that.
Yeah. And we got to give a shout out, Judy Vaughn.
I love it.
Matt Speaker says she got an FTF and an Earth Cache on March 11th while in Texas for the Texas Challenge. So congrats, Judy. You would even get more congrats if it was a multi, but we will take Earth Cache right now. So
well, and at a challenge, you got a mega. So you're competing with another 200 or 300 other people. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And then DeTruck says multi can be epic, but typically lack panache on that one.
So
that's
I could have just stopped and just put his comment up, and that would have been everything for me. That is the whole thing I think about that. Multis have the potential to be awesome, but they always let you down. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Well, and Lost and Found 28 says, if the stage is missing, then the challenge begins. Photos help get to the end sometimes. And that's an interesting one because how many people try to hack a multi if they... Okay.
Jesse.
Audio listeners, Jesse's putting his hands up the highest I've ever seen his hands.
I try to hack everything.
Jesse and Dawn both will do it.
I love that so much. If I don't even try to put like a did not find around me because I'm going for that one. Like if did not find, or like when there's sometimes it's fun to just find them by the pictures people post.
Oh yes.
It's so much fun. That's a different way to cache, right? I love that. We should do a whole show on that. We got to do a whole show.
That would be a fun one. And Bell on the Move says, yes, a whole park taken with all the waypoints for one broken multi. Terrible. Exclamation.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm putting more stars on, John, so keep going.
Okay, thank you. And another great comment from Tony, when it comes to multis, he says it depends upon the multi owner. What do you guys think of that?
100% correct.
Yeah.
That is my whole point. It's just my whole point. It's just amplified more with a crappy owner of a traditional. It's amplified more with a crappy owner of a multi because they do have the potential to be awesome, but they're so often not. That's what's so disappointing about them.
Yeah. Well, the amateur gadget cache has a comment here too. He says he hates burning a whole day worth of caching for a single experience.
I know what he means, but I think he means when it's disappointed at the end, right? Because I will spend 3 days for an awesome cache experience for one cache. But I think what he means is doing the whole thing and then getting disappointed at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm on board with him then.
If anyone would blow a whole day finding one cache, Jesse is like the captain of that. Because
I blow a week doing it easy. If it's an awesome experience, now if I got to the end of a week and it was like the last stage was gone, I'm looking that owner up. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Well, and that's the thing too. That's for another show. Where's my little glass from Simmel? But when you find one, and these are the ones I know, Jesse, you could tell story after story about, which is we had to go up in the hills, beautiful mountains, beautiful landscape. We found one cache that day because it took forever to hike up there because of the nature of where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
We found it. We signed the log, put the ammo can back. We're supposed to be, found our way back to our car and said, man, that was an incredible adventure.
Yeah, that's awesome to me. I've even had for another show, I've even had a full day DNF. The cache was there. I just couldn't get it. That was one of my favorite experiences of caching. And I didn't get the cache. The whole day was for that cache. And we didn't get it. It was still one of the best times I've had.
Wow. Was it a multi?
No, it was actually there. I just couldn't get it.
All right. Keep going, John.
Yeah, Amateur Gadget Cache says he has 2 multis and they get the least amount of fines. He made them both extremely quick ones on purpose. So yeah, what do you guys think about that one? Do multis just get less fines even if they are easy?
Yeah, it's because of their reputation, right? It's not because of his caches. It's because because if people knew it was his and they knew who he was, they'd be going to find him because of his reputation.
Absolutely.
The multis overpowers that.
Yeah. And we do actually have Strek 2. He said the closest he's found, there is actually a never-ending cache on
And
there.
a never-ending story. Sweet.
Yeah, GC2 TB G4 and never-ending story GCV E37. So very cool. Thanks for finding those, Strek 2. We'll have to
Very
check
cool.
those out. And then Pam Dreyer 5648 says there's a multi-cache actually called Magnificent, Mysterious, Malicious, Mean Multi-Mayhem. GC8RK7T. And she says it took their local community months to finish due to the puzzle aspect.
That is awesome, and it's a whole nother show that we could do. That is awesome.
Because it's got a puzzle aspect to it, yeah.
Yeah, no, Amateur Gadget Caches has another good comment. He says multis
I
are
love it.
school fundraiser chocolate, never as good as they should be.
That's great.
And getting worse every year.
Yeah.
It's the Hydrox of the Oreo cookie world.
Oh,
Hydrox, the original, guys. Just saying.
It is the original,
Yeah.
but it's not as good.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. And Lost and Found 28 is firing a shot. She says Jesse's logic is flawed. We need to do analysis of how many multis exist and how many have been found per person. Same for each cache
easy.
type.
Do it. It's going to be lower in the U.S. than the other cache types. Easy.
Yeah.
I'd bet money on that.
Yeah. And my good friend, the Geocaching Ninja, says just now joining in, his most favorited hide is a multi on that one.
There it is.
I'm going to have to check that one out.
If the Geocaching Ninja has said it, it is now a truth. It is a.
That's only because he can find them even when they're not there. He's got a special power for it. So
He does.
He can go interdimensional too.
yeah, he's like magic, so he can do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's got that going for
we'll
him.
give him that. I agree with you.
Yeah, and then we have one from EJK PBR. He says he started one the other day called A Few Short Hikes. Stage 1 is at the top of the incline in Colorado. That's cool.
Oh, the
It's
incline.
to receive stage 2 cords to send a picture to the CO. He did that 2 weeks ago. No response.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Wah, 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 wah.
however, he got to hike the incline, which is awesome. So
yeah, that is cool. And we
Um,
have one from Jim Stark 4174. He says he owns a 4-stage multi, but he does have a dual stage locations for the first 2 stages, as they are the ones that most likely to get muggled. So he has a stage 1A, 1B,
That is
2A, 2B,
interesting.
3,
Oh.
and final.
What a great idea.
Yeah, send us a GC on that one. I want to look that one up. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's GC, Jim. That's awesome.
Oh man, and no one from KC, guys, on the Hydrox note, coming back to it, he says his grandma made Hydrox there in Kansas City at the Sunshine
that's awesome.
Biscuit Company.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
That's a good example of it's a good cookie. It just kind of lost in the marketing hype. And that's why I think what Jesse's saying is that he loves all the marketed, hyped geocaching, whereas John and I, we are traditionalists. We love the old school guard, the great caches, the stalwarts, the
foundational ones, Gary, that our great
linchpin.
sport is built upon.
the linchpins of geocaching, and we're not going to be bashing the linchpin. This is apple pie. We're not going to. Why are we bashing apple pie?
Yeah, it's like the pickle pizza. You know,
Why are we bashing the bald eagle? The
You know,
bald eagle
Gary,
is
now that you say it that way, you've kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I'm going to say that I was going to say that multis suck. Now I'm going to say they really suck. And but if we can put John, can you put Rampagers cache? There you go.
bring that one up.
What's your advice for improving multis? So we won't be able to get that tonight, but I would like to do a show on that.
We'll add that.
Yeah.
We can add
Yeah,
that.
'cause I think that's important. You know,
We'll add that to stage 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. How many stages this thing?
Yeah.
is.
or we'll do something that really exists, and we'll actually do a show for that one. Like you don't have to know this one's not going to show up. We'll actually do that one.
Yeah, we'll add it.
Now, and I think that's the follow up, right? Like it's like number 8 says, the stage 1 optimism problem. You get there, you're super excited about doing a multi. It's described all good, but by stage 2, you already know something's off, and you're never going to finish this thing. And that's the most depressing part of geocaching, right there. The letdown of the multi.
Austin Found says we need to take you out and get you to do some multi caches and get to change your mind on that.
We go out for like 8 days and get like four of them finished, so it's no good.
We could do a multi-cache in like Norway or Sweden.
Ooh.
You up for that?
No.
That's great.
I want to find caches that I don't want to ruin my vacation. What are you talking about?
And with that,
caches that I want to get.
And with that, John, I think we're coming to a close tonight.
Yeah, I think so, Gary. And Gary, I mean, just to bring everybody in the loop too on Gadget Talk, normally we would have it this Tuesday. We're moving it to the following Tuesday. So it'll be on March 24th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be talking about fun ideas for a Gadget Maker Magic event, which is interesting because I can't tell you how many people have talked to me like, hey, I want to do a maker event, but how do I do it more gadgety on that one? So
nice.
That's going to be an awesome show again on March 24th for Gadget Talk that we're going to have as well too.
Excellent. Well, stay tuned in the future for all the multiple stage of this show and how wonderful we're going to bring back multis. All right, hit the button, John. Let's wrap up
Good night, guys. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
May your finds be many and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.